He's saying all the right things that should be commended, but stop it, Jalen. I mean, come on now. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts representatives have already been talking. The framework is already in place, Skip. Howie Roseman. Jeffrey Lurie said money is not going to be the issue. He says Jalen Hurts is everything we want and need in a quarterback. We love the way he conducts himself on and off the field. Money will not be the issue. So basically, $50 million. They're gonna, how they'll get creative, Skip. Give him a big signing bonus, 150, probably $150 million signing bonus. They're gonna get creative with the framework of it, Skip, so they can try to reload and get back. Stay in it. Stay as long as you got Jalen Hurts, a great quarterback. You got a chance. You just need to add some pieces. They got some decisions to make. They got some guys on the defensive side of the football, Skip, that's getting a little older. Do you bring those guys back at a reduced rate, or do you just move on, try to get some new, fresh blood in there, Skip? But I don't take anything out of this because Jalen Hurts knows that he got great representative. I think he has an all-female team, Skip, that's representing me. I think he's the first guy that has a female lead to be commended. Congratulations to you, Jalen, on that, giving that young lady an opportunity. But, Skip, he's going to be somewhere. He'll be north of $45 million a year. Aaron Rodgers, $50 million. Russell Wilson, $48 million. Kyler, $46 million. Deshaun, $46 million. Pat Mahomes, $45 million over 10 years. Jalen Hurts is going to be somewhere $48 to $50 million a year, maybe $50 million, $100,000. But this deal, the framework of this deal, is already been ironed out, Skip. Now, how much do we give up front? How do we get creative to make sure we can get some more pieces so we'll be right back in this situation again, which is competing for a Super Bowl? But I don't take anything away from that.
Okay, you talk about Jalen Hurts like he's like all the rest of them. Deep down, it's all about the money.
No, Skip. For him to say, Skip, they've already had the conversation. What are we sitting here talking about? Like, so in other words, I want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, because I for a second there, my piece glitched. Are you saying that Jalen Hurts' team and the Eagles have had no conversation?
Well, I don't know. How do you know for sure? I mean, you're just guessing, right?
Skip.
Well, I mean, you haven't been told they've been in deep, heavy talks, right?
Skip, the owner said money is not going to be the issue. For this notion that Jalen Hurts and his representatives have not made contact with the Eagles is just not true, and you know it.
Well, I don't know that they wouldn't do it now that it's over, now that the Super Bowl is
Skip, they've already had conversations.
Now he's entering into his 5th-year option year, right?
4th year.
But this will be his right. This will be his.
You don't have second rounders don't have options.
They don't have an option. Okay, so the point is that this is everything I love about this young man, because he said the right thing, and I believe he's going to show you the right thing, because I will bet you when this deal finally gets publicized, when we get to see what the numbers are, I will bet you they will be right there with Mahomes' numbers, because the harder I looked at Mahomes' numbers, the worse they got for the player, because it was team friendly.
Yes.
It's a whole lot of money, but it's spread way out.
Yes.
So he is taken care of. Could he have gouged them for a lot more? He could have.
He could have got $50 million when he did the deal, Skip.
Absolutely could have. So will Jalen take less than he should up front? I believe he will. I believe that Jalen's heart and soul priority is to win Super Bowls, plural. And I believe he is committed, body and soul, to doing that at the highest level he can for as long as he can. I believe he's made of all the right stuff. I believe he is built the right way. They are so blessed to have him as the clear face of their franchise and leader that they will take care of him. It's almost like it's already a done deal in everybody's head. It's a matter of how do you space it out and how team friendly do you make it so that their cap allows them to build better around Jalen.
I don't want people to get the wrong impression that I'm saying Jalen is selfish and yada, yada, yada. But I don't believe this is a Jonathan Gannon situation. I don't believe when they first start talking, that'll be the first time they've started talking. That's what I'm saying. So I believe the representative and the team has already been in communications about, so what are you looking at? This is kind of where where we're kind of headed. What we would like, yes, Jalen would gonna make this as doable for you guys, but Jalen wants to be taken care of. I think Jalen has shown you through his hard work and his leadership what he's made of. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying the first time that they talk will not be the first time that they talk. That's all I'm saying.
All right. This is what I know for a fact. He is scheduled next year to make a grand total with bonuses of $4.8 million. So he's under $5 million scheduled for next year.
Well, he was underpaid this year because he was a starter.
Okay.
First of all, the starting quarterback should not be.
So just to remind everybody, Aaron Rodgers is scheduled to make a little more than $50 million. Your man in Denver, Russell Wilson, is 49. What are a few others? You got Kyler at 46 now. You got Deshaun at 46. That's completely guaranteed 230 total. You got Mahomes at 45.
Right.
But it's a whole lot of money spread out over a whole lot of years.
Yeah.
My man Dak Prescott, he took Jerry to the cleaners, then he took him to the bank. And he gouged him for $75 million guaranteed up front in the first year of that deal.
Right.
This year it's down, like what he gets, it's 36 this year, but he already got 75 of the salary cap to start with.
Right.
So the point was, this is why, to me, Jalen's more valuable than Dak going forward, because Dak didn't want team friendly. He wanted player friendly, and he pushed and he pushed and he pushed until he finally broke Jerry.
But here's the thing: what Jalen says, "I'll work with you." Jalen has another year on his contract.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, Dak didn't have no more years on his contract.
Well, he did for a while, and you could have done it as you said up front.
So I guarantee you, make Jalen play this contract out like the Ravens did Lamar Jackson, and see if he'll give you a team-friendly deal.
Yeah. Okay.
You made Dak play it out, and then you franchised him. So you made him go through the navigate shark-infested waters, and then you say, "Well, hey, Jalen, hey, Dak, can you cut your boy a discount?" No.
Okay. No. Why did they make him play it all the way out to the bitter end? Because they did not trust him. They did not buy completely into Dak Prescott. Jerry and Stephen Jones weren't sure about Dak, and I think they're less sure today than they even were at that point.
And guess what you had to do? And because you're less sure, you paid him probably another $50 million more than you wanted to because you were unsure.
Because you pushed and you pushed and you pushed, and then you blinked at the end. You tried to play that game of chicken, and at the very end, you could have gone another direction.
You could do what the Raiders do. Release him and go with Cooper Rush.
Okay, you could have. Or I kept pushing. Brady was on the market. I'm going back 3 years now to where he had been pushed out the back door in New England. Well, he's out there, and I said, okay, let's try Tom Brady for a couple of years. And you're just going to have to let him go. Just let him hit the market and see what happens.
You know good and well. You know Tom a little bit. You know people around him. You know Jerry Jones a lot of bit.
I don't know him exactly, but go ahead.
So what's the likelihood of Tom Brady and Jerry Jones' relationship working?
Not good. I would agree with you, because Jerry wants to be the face of the franchise, and he doesn't want the GOAT at quarterback.
And Tom Brady's going to be the face of the franchise.
Okay? But my point was, show me a better plan B than that one. That's what I would do if I ran the franchise, but it's not what Jerry's going to do.
No.
So now.
But you have to be okay with giving up credit. You have to be okay with someone else getting the lion's share of the credit. That's not what Jerry wants. Why the hell you think he shoved Jimmy out the door? He got tired of Jimmy getting all the credit.
He did.
Even though he pulled some of the street, he got the Charles Haley deal. He signed up on some of these deals.
He did.
But it was Jimmy. He got tired of that.
Well, he got tired of Jimmy shaming him internally. You know, wouldn't give him any credit and wouldn't pay him enough respect internally in front of the assistant coaches or the front office people.
Nobody knew that but the people behind the scenes.
That is
but
correct.
What you read in the paper is that Jimmy Johnson built this into a powerhouse.
That is correct.
He turned this into a dynasty.
Yep.
And Jerry is far forward season. What do you mean, Jimmy? You know I'm the brain. I did this. It's my team. It's my money. So?
Okay, so now the Eagles have Jalen Hurts, and I'm stuck with Dak Prescott. That's what happened. And you kept pounding your side of the table. Pay the man!
Yeah, you got to pay the man.
And I'm like, pay him what?
What he worth?
Well, whatever it is, whatever the market will bear.
Well, Skip,
right?
Look at what the Eagles did. And you can say, well, the Eagles made a mistake, but they got in front of the situation early. The Rams did the same thing. Now, these guys were on the first and second pick in the draft. They got huge signing bonuses.
They did.
You can't ask Dak, who was a fourth-round pick that didn't make the money, to give you a deal when you make him play the entire contract out, Skip.
Yeah, well, you're correct. If you know in your heart of hearts, we picked him in the fourth round. He's homegrown. We're just going to go forward with him.
Yes.
Okay, damn the torpedoes. We're just going to do this. Well, then you should have done it 3 years ago and gotten it at the early market value, which would have been
around $32 million.
Around what he's worth. right?
Yeah.
And again, Jalen's worth whatever he wants to be worth. And
Yeah.
I'm sure they will take care of him. But I also think that he is built the way Mahomes is built. That's the one thing I love the most about Patrick Mahomes is, with my friend Lee Steinberg, that they just said, okay, let's space this thing out. Let's make it where we can challenge Tom Brady. Let's do a deal that would allow us to win 7 Super Bowls.
Right.
That's what that deal is.
But here's the thing, what they did with him, after the 3rd year,
Yeah.
he still had 2 more years plus 2 years of franchise tag. So theoretically, they didn't have to do anything for 4 years. Patrick Mahomes said, y'all gonna give me some fresh new money? Mm-hmm. And I know it's not, I could get $50 million a year. I could say, hey, I need $200 million fully guaranteed.
Yep.
And he'd have been about right, Skip, to get it.
That is true.
But he says, no, hey, this is plenty of money for me because I need Chris Jones. I need you to go get O'Brien
exactly
and left
what he
tackle.
did.
Oh, you want to get, I'm going to need you to go get Joe Tooney. I'm going to need you to get some of these guys and Frank Clark.
They have the flexibility to keep doing that.
And they were able to keep a Tyreek for a couple of more years.
Yeah.
You keep Travis Kelce. Well, so he was willing to, because he's like, okay, he owns Kansas City now. Now you start to see him do more things publicly.
Yep.
So he's straight in that aspect. But you can't ask a guy, Skip, to play the contract completely out and then ask him to give you a discount. He'll give you a discount if you come to him early. He ain't giving you no discount.
I got you.
You got your hands full with Diggs and CD and that big whopper. You got a whopper coming down. You got a